Peponi is an established and well-resourced school that enjoys an environment and facilities that are an envy to the vast majority of education institutions here in Kenya and throughout East Africa. If we are to live true to our mission statement, then we must ensure that our pupils develop their awareness of the conditions of their contemporaries less fortunate than themselves. Our foundation principle states that it is our ambition for our pupils to recognise their place in an integrated community and be aware of the importance of their contribution to the success of everybody. It is our aim to develop leaders, ambitious people who understand that it is through giving that we receive. The school encourages its pupils to take advantage of their own good fortune, but remain well grounded enough to understand how they, in whatever field they enjoy their own success, can enable others to foster their interests and achievements for the betterment of society as a whole. It was Barack Obama who recognised the importance of community and the position of an individual in that community. On a play of words of the opening line of the American Constitution, Obama said, "We the people recognise that we have responsibilities as well as rights, that our destinies are bound together, that a freedom which only asks what's in it for me, a freedom without a commitment to others, a freedom without love or charity or duty or patriotism, is unworthy of our founding ideals."
We left Nairobi on Monday 28th June and were in Gilgil by lunch hour. Our pupils visited Saidia Children's Home where they donated foodstuffs, books, stationery for the organization. It was a very touching moment. That evening, our pupils were guided by Eric on what to expect for the following few days. Tuesday morning, we all visited Kahuho Primary School, Kopei Primary School, where the pupils were involved in preparing breakfast in the morning, teaching the students in the classes, preparing lunch, painting the classes, and repairing the desks. It was a humbling experience. It is something that I do believe, and I've heard from the pupils, that this experience will be taken all the way in their lives. For most of them, they have never done something like this. On the second day, the same teams visited the primary schools, prepared breakfast again, taught the pupils, gave out all the donations that the pupils had collected, prepared lunch. And it is interesting to note that the kids in those schools had never had noodles for lunch. And the experience was amazing. So we have left a mark. At the Saidia Children's Home, again, due to COVID-19 restrictions, we were not able to interact with the children. But again, all the donations that we gave them will last them for months. And this is from the staff that run that children's home. I do believe that the experience these pupils got from this community service project, and this is from what they have been explaining to me, is a lifelong experience.
Hi, I'm Tendai, and I came on this trip because I like to serve. Growing up, I've always been lucky and fortunate enough to be in a home where giving back to the community is essential. And I think with COVID, everyone's been shut up in their homes. And so I think this is a really good opportunity to see what's out there, see what's going on. Today, what I did is I went to a school and I learned how to cook ugali for the first time, which was loads of fun. But we also cooked cabbage, and I think the highlight of today was seeing all of the children's faces, because I think they all thought that we couldn't cook. So seeing their faces as we served them was really rewarding, as well as when we're giving out clothes. I'm very happy and I'm excited to continue to get to know my classmates better, as well as the staff members and the children at the school, and also giving the donations because I love seeing the children's faces. So.
I really thank the staff, Mr. Shores, Miss Sania, Miss Trish, Eric, Mr. Dustin, for having joined the pupils in this particular project, and everyone else who was involved, not forgetting our drivers, our security personnel, and Eric's team from the Presidential Award Office. A big thank you to the pupils for their participation, and resources that they provided and the type of work that they did in the schools. They were so humble. They were able to interact with the children, and I will not forget the mark that they have left in our lives. Not forgetting the committee led by Anna Ventendai. Kudos. Thank you very much.
Our charity programme is an integral part of the Peponi curriculum. Pupils are made aware of the plights of many in our country who are far less fortunate than themselves. People who don't have access to the very basics that sustain our education or even our lives. They are made aware that even the very brightest of students in schools around the country don't have the same outlook for their futures as pupils do at Peponi. After their examinations, the lower sixth spend some time working in a community, at schools and in orphanages. They help to rebuild desks, paint classrooms, work in the kitchens, to provide lunches for pupils and become involved in some teaching. I don't think we can profess to make a huge impact on the lives of those we work with, but we do plant seeds in the minds of our pupils to perhaps make much longer term changes as they grow into adults.
Those kids don't have what we have. So when it's your turn, I would want you guys to give it all. And I think it's amazing to see as a year group how we can come together and bond with people we don't know and to give back. So I appreciate everyone out there for listening and giving us this opportunity to come here. And so did Mr. Destin when he opened our eyes to the children there, how disadvantaged they are, and there might be one Einstein in every class, but we'll never know that, will we?
Many of our parents are very generous in their donations and provide not only food but essential items such as clothing, tools, books and paint. Peponi is a community and one that desires to be part of and not separate from the wider Kenya community.